Okay, I'm going to quickly go over how to solve a Rubik's Cube for you. So the first thing that you want to do is, this is what we're looking at, is an online timer for solving a Rubik's Cube. This is just cstimer.net. There's a ton of them out there. This one might be good. I don't know. But the first thing it does is it gives you a scramble, which is this up here. So we're going to learn how to read this notation. So let me pull up my camera here and we'll kind of go through it together. So if you see these letters up here correspond to different faces of the cube. So a capital F stands for the front face. So if you're holding the cube, however you're holding it, F is the front. So it means you turn this front face clockwise once. So that's this F. Then we look at L. So that means you turn this left face here clockwise once. D is the down face. So that's this guy. Turn it clockwise once. Now L2 means you turn the left face twice. Doesn't matter, you turn it clockwise or counterclockwise, it'll do the same thing. U is the up face, so this guy. So we'll turn that twice. Then we have F2, so it's the front face twice. We have U prime, so prime means counterclockwise, so we'll turn the up face counterclockwise once. Now we have L2. We have D. We have R2, so the right face twice. We have F2, front face twice. U2, it's the top face twice. L2, U prime, again, that's counterclockwise. R to the right face once. B is the back face, so this back face, it's B prime, so we'll go counterclockwise. L2, F prime, R2, F prime, then L2. And that's our Rubik's Cube scrambled. An easy way to help you remember which way you turn it is you imagine a clock on that face of the cube. So R, turns this way, whereas L turns this way. And that's because, if you have a clock on this face, clockwise is this way. If you have a clock on this face, clockwise is this way. So imagine the clock is on that face that you're turning, and that's how you know which way, prime or non-prime is. I think the scramble went over the main one. So U is this upper face, F is this face in front of you, R and L, and B in the back. The other one that's sometimes used is M. M is middle. That's this guy here. You can turn the middle face. The only way I ever use that is with 2. It'll be like M2. So you just turn it twice. It doesn't really matter. But up like this is M. And if you're going down, this is M prime. Cool. All right. So that's the standard notation, essentially. Now, after you've got your Rubik's Cube scrambled, we're going to use a method called the Friedrich method. So the first step in the Friedrich method is called F2L. So that's solving the first 2 layers of the cube. So these 2 down here, you solve it in layers. So you do F2L, so you solve this face, this first layer, and the second layer. Then you do what's called OLL, which is you orient the last layer. So you're going to solve this top face. And then you do PLL, which is called permutate the last layer. So you make sure everything lines up along this top. So F2L doesn't really have any algorithms. It's kind of a free flow based. The first step in F2L is to build a cross. So I like to hold white at the bottom. And the first thing we're going to do is try to build this white cross. So we need to get these 3 white edge pieces to line up. We already have one here, so we're a quarter of the way there. But the way you do that is you just look for where your white edge pieces are and see how you can bring them down to match up. So this one I can get if I just turn it twice. Now you got 2 pieces in. Let's see, so here's another edge. So I can turn it here. Now we got 3. And here's our last one. So I can turn this twice. And now we've got our cross built. Our next step is we need to line up our cross pieces with our centers. So here, this doesn't match up, this doesn't match up. this does match up, and this does match up. Okay, so at least two of them match up. Sometimes they'll all match up, sometimes none of them will match up. If you need to swap them, yeah, and you can turn this bottom to try to get as many to match up as you can. So here one will match up, none, one matches, but our first look was the best, so we get two match. So what we'll do is you can bring this middle piece up twice and then match it up along the top like this, and then bring it back down. And we'll see that'll bring this one up. We'll match it with the proper centerpiece, and we'll bring it back down. So now we have our cross complete, and all of the edges match up with their centerpieces. The next step is to get your corners into place and into the correct place. So first of all, we will look for a white sticker across this top row, anywhere in this top row. So we have one here. So we'll see what color is next to it. It's orange. So that means we will take this piece to the orange face here, and we make this little weird shape. What we can do now is the side of the piece is on, we bring it up with R, we move it over to line it up with this edge piece, and then we bring it back down. So now we have this orange piece lines up with this blue piece. So this is where this corner is supposed to be. Now we can take another look, see if we have any white pieces. It doesn't look like we do, but that's okay. So we can move some other white pieces to get up. So this one, we have a white piece here. So what we'll do is we'll bring it over a corner that does not have a correct piece in its spot already. So for example, if this was here, I would not want to put it here, because if I move this piece, it's going to remove this one. So I'll put it over a corner which has the incorrect piece or no white piece, and then I will use essentially the same move that I did before. So I'll bring this piece up. Now I'm going to move this corner, now that it is in the correct orientation, out of the way, and then we're going to bring this back down. So we put our cross back, and now this piece that we were working with here has a white piece on the side. So we see the other side is red. We will bring it to the red face. We'll make that same shape again. And then we'll do that same move. We bring this edge up, bring the corner over to match it and line it up, and then bring it back down. Now, once again, this red piece connects with this green piece. We know it's in the right spot. Okay, there's two more corners that we're missing. I see one of them is up here, and the other one is down here. In order to get this one out, what we'll do is a very similar move. We'll bring this piece up. We will now move it out of the way. We'll have to move it twice, and then we bring it back down. We can see if we only moved it once, it would put this white corner at the top, which we don't want. So we'll move it out of the way twice, bring this back down. Our cross is still complete, and we can see now we have a white corner back on this top row. The other color is red. We will match it to the red face. So we make that same shape. However, it's pointing left this time. So what that means is we bring the left face up. Now we match up the corner, and then we bring it back down. Now this corner is in the correct spot. We have one last piece right here. I make sure it is over a corner that's not complete. So that way I can bring it up, move it out of the way, keep my cross together. Green is on the other side, so I'll bring it to the green face, make my shape, bring it up, line up the colors, and back down. Now we see our first layer is complete, along with the white face. The next step to finish the first two layers is to put these edge pieces into place. The way that we'll do that is we will look for any edge piece that does not have yellow on it along the top. So this is a perfect piece. So we'll insert this one first. So to insert this edge piece, we first look at what color is on the face in front of you. In this case, it's green. So we'll move it over to the green face. Now we look at what piece or what color is on the top face, which is red. So we move it opposite of the red face, and we hold the green face towards us. Now to do this insertion, there's a sequence that you'll do. So you will move up the side opposite of this edge piece. You will bring the edge piece over, line back up, and you will bring this corner down again. So now it lines up this corner. So this is our white corner. And we have our red lined up and our green lined up. Next, you will move it over to be on the red face. You will rotate the cube to face this red face. And then you will bring green face up. You'll line up the white and bring it back down. And that puts this corner in place. So now we'll look for another corner with no yellow on it. I have this one here. So we see that orange is on this face. So we hold orange towards us. And we see green is on the top. So we move it to be opposite of the green face. And we do the same thing. So we take this up, bring the edge back to face in front of us and put it back down. It's lined up. We move it to be on the green face. And we take this edge to go up, line up the white, and bring it back down. Okay, next we have this red and blue. So blue is on this edge facing us, so we'll put it on the blue face. Red is on top, so we'll move it opposite of the red face. And we do essentially the same thing. So the edge is over here, so we'll bring the opposite side up. Move it so that way blue lines up again, and then bring this back down. Now our edge and our corner line up. We move it to the red face now. Bring that same hole back up, line up the white again, and move it back down. So now this edge is in. So we have one edge left. Oh no, we don't. We did them all already. Excellent. Occasionally you will get into a state where you might have this edge in, but it's flipped, so green is here and red is here. Or you have, the edge in the wrong spot. In that case, you would do the same sequence, just with a random edge piece here. So if I need to get this edge out, I would pretend that I'm inserting this edge here. So I would do the same up, over, down, move it back, up, over, down. And that takes out this green, red edge. So let me just put that back. So we're here. All right, the next step is called OLL. So we're going to solve this yellow layer. OLL is done in like a two-part process. So first step is to make the yellow cross. And the second step is to get all the corners in place. What's different about this versus the white cross is it's not a free flow method. There are algorithms to do this specifically. So the first step to do the cross, there are two algorithms you will need to know. I will put them, I don't know, on the screen or something so you can see them. But there are two cases. Well, technically there's three cases. Or I guess technically four. One case is the cross is already solved and you don't do anything because you solved the cross and then you can just go down to the corners. The other case is none of these edges are in place. So this is flipped and it's just the centerpieces here, obviously, because I can't move. The other case is you have what looks like an R in our case. So this bottom one and this right one. And the other case would be if you have a line. So there's two algorithms, one for the line, one for the R. If you get the center one, you need to do both of them. You'll do one algorithm, then you'll get the other pattern, and then you'll just do the other one. The other one is pretty similar. So for this R, I'm going to introduce a new notation I forgot to cover. It's little f. So what little f means, so capital F was the front face. Little f is the front two faces. So that's going to be the same. If you have little r, it'll be the right two faces, whereas regular r is just that. So capital R, little r. So it's little f, r, u, r prime, u prime, little f prime. And now we have our yellow cross complete. Now we have only one algorithm for the corners, so it's pretty easy. We do R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime. And we will pretty much continue to do that until this this is solved. There's one pattern we're looking for before we solve it, that will mean we're going to solve it soon. And that's essentially the cross and one corner. So we will keep doing this algorithm until we see it. This is the pattern we're looking for. So we'll put that corner in the bottom left, and we'll do the same algorithm again. Okay, same thing. Put that corner in the bottom left, do the algorithm again. R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and voila, our yellow face is solved. Okay, I wanted to go back and just show you the other case here. So here we just have one, the center yellow piece here. The first two layers are still solved. So if you have just center piece, you will need to do both algorithms. So we'll start with that R algorithm. So remember that was little f, R, U, R prime, U prime, little f prime. And then that takes us to our other case, which is the line. So we need to hold the line horizontally, and we do big F, R, U, R prime, U prime, big F prime. And that'll solve our cross for us. And then again, piece corner in the bottom left, R, U, R prime, U prime, R, U2, R prime, and we have this solved. Okay, our final step is to orient the last, or to permutate the last layer. So we just need to get all of these pieces to be in the correct spot. So there's two algorithms for this. The first thing we'll do is we will see if there are any pieces that are any corners that are the same on either side. So these do not match. These are not the same. These two are the same. They're both orange. It's a little hard to see with this lighting. I apologize. And these don't match. So we'll line up this with the orange face, and we will hold it in the back. And then the algorithm we use is R prime, F, R prime, B2, R, F prime, R prime, B2, R2. You wanted to do this twice, once or twice. If you didn't have any corners that matched, after you're doing it at least once, you should have at least one set of corners that match. Then put it in the back and run the algorithm again. So we did it once here. So now all of our corners should match. So we have double red here. We have double blue, double orange, and double green. So now we will see if there is a solved one. So our red side is solved. So we'll put that in the back. So we'll line it up with red, put it in the back. Sometimes you won't have any of them solved. That's okay. Just pick one and put it in the back. And then this last algorithm that we'll learn is R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, R2. And what that did was that rotated these corners in this direction. So now we can run it again, leave red in the back, same thing, R, U prime, R, U, R, U, R, U2. Oh wait, hang on, I fucked up. R, not U2, U prime, U prime, R2. Sorry. Listen to the algorithm that's listed on the screen, wherever I put it. But see, that will leave these edges solved. And now you have a complete cube.